Hearts were made to be filled with love. June 22, 2015. All your blocks are coming up for release, that is why you keep experiencing them. It is frustrating for you, it tends to get you thinking that you are, as some of you might put it, a waste of space, not good enough, as you observe all those seemingly well-balanced individuals living normal, productive and satisfying lives. Nothing could be further from the truth. No one is a waste of space, although some may appear to be wasting time, wasting their lives. Nothing anyone does is wasted. There is always a lesson to be learned, and it is always learned, if not in that moment, then eventually. So, give yourself a break, as many as you feel like, because that is generally what you need. When you resist taking a break, when you fight the urge, you avoid the opportunity to experience something that has been buried or denied that needs to surface, be seen and be experienced, then it can be happily and easily released. That's what blocks are, a call to allow something deep-seated to emerge and be healed and released. But most of you have been well trained to bury, deny, or fight them. Allowing them to take time to surface is not procrastinating, it is essential inner work, but when you judge yourselves, you slow down or stop the process, and then it may seem that you are procrastinating. Fighting does not work, only love works. How often do you have to be told that? You attempt to love others while condemning and blaming yourselves, and it cannot work because when you refuse to love yourselves, you shut love out of your lives. Love is your natural state, you need it. Shutting it out exhausts you, leaving you fearful, angry, and resentful. Then you project those negative feelings onto others in order to feel better, but that only makes you feel worse. There is no other answer to all your problems, only love, 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 and then still more love. And you have to start by accepting and loving yourselves. So why not do it now? Delaying makes no sense at all, it only adds to your dissatisfaction and unhappiness, or maybe causes you even more suffering. Now, as you rapidly approach the moment of humanity's awakening, is the time to release all your remaining ties to the illusion, fear, anger, bitterness, resentments, envies, unworthiness, unacceptability, judgments, etc., and allow love to fill your hearts. Hearts were made to be filled with love, so open them up and let that happen. Many of you have experienced falling in love, or intense love for family or friends, and you know how good that feels. And this love is everlasting, eternal, not even death intervenes or terminates it, so why shut it out? It is the divine will that you live permanently in a state of love, and in truth you do, always, but you have chosen to hide it from your awareness. Without allowing it to fill your hearts, you will never find satisfaction or contentment, you will just continue searching, in all the wrong places, for that elusive and seemingly unobtainable state. But it is right there at the center of your being, and it will never leave you because it is you. You cannot, ever, escape from yourselves. Denying that you are love, avoiding coming into contact with love, burying the flame of love that resides eternally within you is what causes all your fears, anxieties, angers, and conflicts. You feel alone, threatened, endangered, and so you attempt to protect yourselves either by surrounding yourselves with protective barriers, physical or psychological, or by attacking those whom you think threaten your survival, the fight or flight syndrome. But if all are one, as you most definitely are, then you can only be attacking yourselves, or defending yourselves from yourselves, and that makes no sense at all. You all have the same needs and desires, and if you would only cooperate harmoniously, compassionately, and lovingly, all issues could and would be resolved. It is but yourselves that you fear and defend against, but, because of the skill with which you constructed the illusion, those fears seem very real, and you use your human bodies to maintain the appearance of separation from one another, judging each other as different, strange, untrustworthy, and dangerous. You mostly belong to teams, families, religions, corporations, political parties, sports teams, nations, all of which appear to demand different loyalties that you have to support and defend against perceived enemies, other similar teams. And during those periods when there is no perceived outside threat, then you fight among yourselves. Fighting has become endemic, like a contagious disease that no one can escape. And your media builds up those fears of threat and conflict very aggressively to maintain the illusion. You are all one, but the illusion hides this from you, magnificently, because, within it, you are all absolute masters in self-deception. The illusion is all about self-deception, because there is absolutely no one else to deceive. Once you begin to accept yourselves, including your shadow side, the parts you bury or deny, then realization dawns that no one else can do this for you and that no one else can prevent you from doing so. Self-acceptance is the greatest gift you can bestow upon yourselves, and if God accepts you unconditionally, as He most certainly does, then why would you not do likewise? You were created perfect, as you have been told countless times, because whatever God creates is by its very nature perfect. Creation is the absolutely perfect demonstration of the infinite perfection of God, and the illusion is but an unreal attempt to separate yourselves from that eternal state of perfection, which is impossible because it is the only state that exists. Stop hiding the light of your perfection from yourselves and others, open yourselves to receive and bathe in the ongoing love stream in which you are totally immersed, and all your fears, worries, and anxieties will be washed away as it flows through you and aligns you with reality in a completely harmonious integration with all of God's children. The only barriers to love in your lives are those you yourselves have erected out of fear, and only you can lower them. Do so and let all the stress of maintaining them fall away, then peace will replace stress and you can give yourselves wholly to living, the reason for your creation in the first place. To be alive is to be awake, and signs of life are returning to your sleeping forms. With so very much love, Saul. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman.wordpress.com